Hi everyone, my name is Claudia and welcome to this Myprotein's Yoga for Runners session. Today we will be targeting the bottom half of our bodies in all directions. So let's go ahead and start by working on some external hip rotation. So we'll come to Molassener Pose. Bring your feet as wide as your hips. Point your toes out, the heels are in, and then lower the hips as you lift the chest. And just take a moment to arrive here. You can use your inner forearms to push into the knees and therefore open the hips even more. Okay, so right now we're in external hip rotation, but we're going to add in some internal hip rotation since this is something which is missing and lacking in a lot of modern day yoga practices. So don't worry if you struggle, just take your time and we'll really use the breath to sustain us. So take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lower the right knee to hover from the yoga mat. Now I'm anchoring down through my left foot and the inner edge of the right foot. Keep the spine upright and then lengthen the neck too. Good. Inhale, bring the right knee all the way back up to center. Exhale, we lower the left knee as slow and as gentle as possible. Try to keep your torso to the center. Good. Inhale, bring the knee back up. Exhale, lower right. Let's keep moving with the breath. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, left lowers. One more full cycle. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale, left. Good. Now inhale, lift the left knee. As you exhale this time, we're going to drop the hands and we're going to send that left foot to the back of the mat. So I'll just reposition so you can see. So my right foot is to the outer edge of my right wrist, and I'm gonna just heel toe the foot even wider so I can get deeper into this left hip flexor. My left heel pushes back, so the left leg is really turned on, and then I'm just gonna rotate into this right hip socket, into the femur bone, which is just a ball rotating around a socket, just like that. So you might hear a little pop, a little click or a crackle. Don't worry, that's what you want as we begin to lubricate and mobilize and energize. Now switch the direction, go the opposite way. Keep that breath going. Good. And then come back to stillness. Let's bring the right foot in between the thumbs. Soften down through the left knee. Send your hips back and flex the right foot. Okay, options. You can bring your hands to some blocks here to help support you some more. If you don't have any blocks at home, you can just place some books under the hands. Or if you have the capacity, the range of motion, you can fold deeper here. What I want you to focus on is elongating the spine as you draw the toes in. So really shine the toes up to the sky. Keep the navel drawing in so this doesn't become about your lower back. And then breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do that again. And as you inhale this time, I want you to really think about lengthening your torso. As we exhale, begin to lead with the chest and see if you can fold just a little deeper. Whew. Okay, good. Now bend back into that right knee. Let's work on opening the hip flexors. Walk the hands up to your right thigh. And then just pause here for a moment. So I'm really dropping down through the psoas, the left hip flexor. I'm contracting my core to really stabilize myself, making sure I've got a strong base. If you look after your base, the base will look after you. So from this base, we'll begin to lift the arms all the way up. Keep a strong base. Reach your right hand to grab hold of the left wrist, and then send the left arm up and then over to the right. Let's really arc the body into arrival. Working into the hips in extension. Now, when we spend a lot of time running, we're contracting the muscles. And right now we're flexing, we're opening, we're expanding. So really do that. Breathe in and expand through the left fingertips. As you breathe out, arc the body some more. Good. Now release the grip of the hands. Reach the hands forward and down. And let's bring that left knee back up off the yoga mat. Turn all 10 toes to the right. So notice how I come onto the knife edge of that left foot. I'm going to bring this right foot closer in towards the midline of the body. Now I stomp down through the right heel and lift the right arm up, working into the IT band, into the glute med, which is that space between the gluteus minimus and the big gluteus maximus. And this space gets really tight when we do a lot of running. So we're just gonna hang out here and breathe. So keep pressing down to lift up, lift through the hip, inhale. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Okay, so readjust. Turn the toes back to face forward. Step the left foot back forward, Molassener. And then bring the right foot back. Whew, what goes around comes around. Left side. Now just organize yourself. So you might have to bring this left foot a little further up. Remember, the foot is to the outer edge of the wrist. You can heel toe the foot to the long side of the mat. And then rotate into the hip. Working that circular motion. And breathing into any tight spots. Working into any spots that just don't feel very fluid. Now switch the direction. Very nice. And then let's begin to bring that foot in between the hands. Right knee kisses the yoga mat. The hips glide back. The hands come in. Option to bring the hands to blocks. Or option to fold the chest deeper. Remember, we all live in different bodies. And no matter what body you live in, you'll probably get to a place where you're just like, whoo, that feels tight, which is like me right now. But I don't want you to see it as like, I feel really tight. I want you to see it as like, yay, I feel tight and I am practicing yoga and I get to experience this delicious process of opening some more. So let's really begin to do that. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, the toes are drawing in. As you exhale, lead with your sternum, fold just a little bit deeper. Good. Now bend back into the knee, shift forward. Walk the hands to your left thigh. Take your time, there is no rush in this process. Instead, we can just really simmer in this entire process of opening. Should feel really yummy. Now take a moment here. Engage in your abdominal wall. Pressing down through the right shin and the big left toe. And then once you've got that stabilization, the arms lift up. This time your left hand grabs hold of the right wrist. I reach up through the right hand and then reach over to the left. Hip flexors, psoas, entire right side of the body. Get the breath involved. Inhale. Exhale. Gorgeous. Hands come up and then the hands go down. Let's go for the IT bend stretch. Curl the right toes under, glide the knee off the yoga mat, turn the toes to the left. And then just bring that left foot closer in to the midline of the body. I press down through my points of contact, the feet and the right hand, and then extend the left arm up. We really want to balance and stabilize the glute med because that's a healthy place for the biomechanics of the body. So keep breathing and opening and expanding. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down. Feet turn back to face forward. And then this time the left foot is going to step back. Downward facing dog. Spread all 10 fingers and all 10 toes, bend into the knees and lift your hips up with lots of buoyancy and vitality and energy. And then take a big breath in and then a full breath out. Okay, yogis, so we're going to work through a little flow to get everything mobilized and energized, which will be perfect pre or post run. So with your next breath in, let's have you bring your right leg up and back behind you. Now I want you to find some resistance to this right leg, so you're not just flinging it all the way back. With that resistance, draw the right knee in towards your chest, shift yourself forward, and then step the foot all the way forward, in between the hands. If it doesn't quite get there, just give it a little wiggle on up. Soften down through the left knee. Find that strong base, extend the arms up. Low lunge, super simple. We're going to begin to move with the breath. So inhale. As you exhale, drop the hands down. Step the left foot to the top of the yoga mat. Drop the skull and just begin to soften through the entire back body. So let the face be soft and let your skull just melt down. And encourage everyone to bring the weight forward here into the ball of the feet so you can access your hamstrings some more. Nice, now press down through the feet and start to roll the body all the way up to standing. Engage those legs. Lift the arms up, open the chest, palms touch, breathing in. As you breathe out, fold all the way back down to the ground. Allow the breath to really guide the movement, as if you was running. Halfway lift from here, so your hands are going to come to your shins. You can use that connection to lengthen the back, releasing any tightness in the lower back, in the thoracic spine. As we exhale, the hands are going to frame the right foot, and you'll step the left foot to the back of the mat. Soften down through the left knee. We're just reversing. Press down and then lift the hands up. Take a big, beautiful breath in. As you breathe out, hands down, right foot steps back, downward facing dog. One cycle of breath. Inhale, exhale. Gorgeous. Lift those left toes up and back. Find some resistance, like you're moving through honey. So yes, there's a stickiness, but everything is also sweet. And then the knee comes in, foot all the way forward in between those thumbs. Right knee down to the ground. From the ground, you rise up to the sky. Hands up, inhale. Release the hands forward and down, exhale. Let this almost be like a meditation, a moving meditation. Right foot comes forward and we fold forward. Weight comes forward into the toes, releasing the hammies, dropping the skull. With a heavy head, roll all the way up and then reach the hands up. Let the hands connect with one another. So this is super intentional. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we fold. Lengthen and elongate the spine. From your forward fold, bring the hands to the shins and inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. This time we frame the left foot. Right foot steps all the way back, 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 back. Right knee down, extend through the arms. Inhale. Hands down, downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Now let's move on. So bring this right foot behind the left wrist. You're on the knife edge of the foot. The right knee is up into the chest. We're going to work through something called active pigeon. This is a really great way to strengthen the hip flexors. So breathe in here. As you breathe out, lower the right knee to hover behind the right wrist. Hover, hover, hover. Don't drop the knee. Keep the left heel pushing back. Inhale, knee comes back up into the chest. Exhale, we lower. Let's just do one more round. Inhale, bring the knee up. Exhale, the knee hovers from the ground. We hold for 3. Navel is in, chest is open. 2. Smiling helps. On 1, shin comes down. Now reposition the right heel close to the left hip flexor. Drop the left knee and just send it further back so we work deeper into the hips. Take a moment to just elongate through the spine as you lift and breathe in. Breathe into the chest cavity. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly walk the hands forward. Come down into your forearms. Restorative Pigeon Pose. Now we'll be here for about 60 seconds and you have the option to stay here in Restorative Pigeon, or you can take a twist and work deeper into the quad, in which case you will bring the left arm under the right arm as you soften through the left shoulder, and then bend the left knee, reach the right hand to grab for the foot. Just try it on for size. If you reach back and you're just like, that feels too much, then just release the foot. Come back to the first variation. And then wherever you are, try to connect back to a flowing breath. Connect to a flow state. A flow state is a direction of energy without hindrance or resistance. And you probably already experienced a state of flow before if you've been running and you can just perform to the very best of your ability. And when we're in this state of flow, our critical part of the brain begins to shut down, which leaves space for other parts of the brain to really open up, to expand, to flourish. It's what we call being in the zone. So really be in the zone, find yourself there, take a breath in, and then a deep breath out. Connect to that flowing breath. And then let's start to come on out. Release the foot. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Press yourself all the way up. Curl the left tootsies under, and we'll begin to meet in downward facing dog. Whew. Push the heels down and just pedal the feet out. I have lost a little bit of life in that right leg. Or gained a new one, depends which way you look at it. Okay, left side. Bring the left foot behind the right wrist. You're on the knife edge of the foot. You press down through your points of contact as you take a breath in and draw the left knee into the chest. As you breathe out, knee hovers behind the left wrist. Hover, hover, hover. Don't drop the knee. Inhale, bring the knee back up into the chest. Exhale, lower. One more, you're doing amazing. Inhale. Exhale to hover, and we hold. We stabilize, we're strong. 3, 2, on 1. Shin comes down. Left heel readjust closer in towards the right hip flexor. Right knee kisses the mat, and then I just send it further back. I stay lifted through the chest as I really prepare for Pigeon pose. You can imagine your chest is like a pillow right now. And as you breathe in, you're gonna fluff up the pillow, puff it up, inhale. Exhale, begin to walk the hands forward and fold into an imaginary pillow. So bring the forearms down. Okay, so you can stay here or you can go for the twist, where the right arm threads under the left arm. Right shoulder softens, right knee bends, left hand reaches back. You can just try it on for size. Again, it might feel a little intense. And then just begin to simmer into the variation that you went to. Notice what comes up. Maybe just doing a body scan from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, bringing in that awareness. And if there's any little bits of irritation that begins to bubble up, just allow it. It's just the nervous system trying to hang on before it lets go. Now utilize the breath, let it flow. Inhale. Exhale. Alrighty, let's begin to find our exit strategy. Right foot drops back if you reached for it. Hands reposition under the shoulders. Press up, and then this time we're going to soften onto the left hip. The right leg is going to swing all the way round, and the right leg should meet the inside of the left foot just like a jigsaw piece. So we'll come to figure 8 pose. I'll just reposition so you can see. Right toes are flexed, drawing in. I'm grounded down through my sitting bones. Lift the arms up and then breathe in. As you breathe out, twist towards the right and fold over the right leg. And just go on your own journey here. So the hands can come by the side of the leg, or you may have the flexibility to walk the hands forward, grabbing hold of the right foot. Just begin to speak to every sensation that you feel with your breath. When we can speak to all of those sensations with the breath, we can shift our mindset from being so goal-orientated to just enjoying this bodily experience. So do that. Breathe into your body. Inhale. Exhale. And again, breathe in. Breathe out. One more cycle. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly does it. Lift the chest up. Extend the left leg. Sole of the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Press down through your sitting bones as you extend through the left toes, and then reach the arms up. Breathe in. Twist to the left and fold over the leg as you breathe out. Again, just go on your own adventure. Soften. And then find stillness. Now, normally, generally with runners, there is an element to the intensity of running that is actually really comfortable. And it's this stillness, this slow pace, this quiet place that people actually find uncomfortable. So notice if that's you. And can you just bring awareness and attention to the breath? Making your last 3 cycles even longer, even deeper, even louder. Very nice. Now start to lift the chest all the way up. Okay, so we're going to work through our very last position of this practice, and it's called legs up the wall pose, and it pretty much is what it says on the tin. So I want you to slide your butt next to a wall or a window or a pillar, whatever you've got. Slide the hips up, so get nice and close, get nice and comfortable with your wall, and then stack the feet up over the hips. Now you can place a little pillow under the hips just for a little bit of extra elevation. Or if you want more weight, you can add a pillow to the feet. And then just begin to close your eyes. Now this is a really great pose to release the lymph and other fluids that can lead to swollen ankles and sore knees. And over time, we can just let gravity assist us. You will begin to feel this slow releasing sensation as the blood begins to move in the opposite direction. And although this is a super restorative position, as the blood does move towards the head, we normally leave this pose feeling super energized and charged up. So with that, I'm going to leave you right here. And you will know when it's time to come out. So just trust your body. Close your eyes and allow this slow releasing process to take place. It's been my honor to guide you. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.